Hey everybody in YouTube land, this is Miketendo. Just wanted to give you a little bit of information about the Wii U and just my overall perspective as a huge Nintendo fan about what I thought about the Wii U launch information that was presented today. I really think that price-wise, it's too expensive. $299 for an HD system, especially now when you look at that system, what you're really paying for is the controller. That's the most expensive part of that system right there. The controller is the guts of the system. So when you're buying the system, you're essentially just paying for the controller, for the most part. I mean, the technology is pretty state-of-the-art. The system has two price points, $299 for basic and $349 for the deluxe. Now the deluxe comes with 32 gigabytes of memory. That's the most you can get, built in. I don't believe Nintendo has announced anything about any kind of memory expansion or the fact that you can put in an SD card. If you can, that will be huge. But if not, I'm really disappointed. 32 gigabytes, especially nowadays, is not enough memory for everybody to use. It's kind of sad because I thought they would have learned their lesson with the Nintendo Wii and the storage problems that that system had. And while I think they're making a step in the right direction by putting in and built-in memory, the memory amount is too low, especially if you look at the Xbox 360 and the PS3 that are already way higher than that amount. We should have at least gotten a 60 to 80 gigabyte hard drive. That would have been a lot more sufficient. It just feels like they're undercutting things. It seems like most of the content that's being released with the system is just lower specs. The system itself looks really impressive. So another really high point that I really enjoyed about the system is when they were showing off the Call of Duty game. Now, I'm not a Call of Duty fan whatsoever. Not at all. But I thought it was really cool that you can play you don't have to play split screen anymore. It's a thing of the past. If you have two people in a room, one person can be on the gamepad and the other person can actually just be playing with the classic controller on the screen. This is awesome because I have friends come over all the time and I'll be playing like Left 4 Dead or something on the Xbox and you have to play split screen and it's really frustrating because you forget who you are. That's the thing of the past, and that's really cool that they have that feature. So even though I'm not excited for Call of Duty, I'm really excited for other titles that are going to come out that are going to have that feature. It's really cool. The next thing that they announced, which was a little bit of a disappointment, was the games. I'm not really that excited this time around about some of the launch titles. New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, or New Super Mario Bros. 2 Wii U, right? It looks great. It looks just about as fun as the first one. Well, the first one had problems because if you have 4 people playing New Super Mario Bros., you're essentially just playing by yourself or with somebody else who's really good. If you have people who are really good, New Super Mario Bros. Is a great game. If you have people who are not so good, it's more like helping your grandmother out with your PC. It's dragging along, it's trying to explain the controls. I'm not saying, who or what, type of person would be in that fit or category, because it could be men, it could be women, it could be children, it could be older people. It doesn't really matter. I'm not getting subjective. I'm just saying people that don't know how to play Mario, it's not as fun. It's fun for people who know how to play Mario. But anyways, New Super Mario Bros. 2 Wii U looks fun. I really am disappointed though that they kept 2 Toads in and that you don't have the option to play as another character. You've got Mario, you've got Luigi, and then you got 2 Toads. I thought they would have learned by their lesson. They need to put the princess in. You really just need to play as the princess at this point. They should bring it back to the way that they did it with Super Mario Bros. 2. It should be 4 characters, Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess. The model fit, and taking that image of Super Mario Bros. 2 and putting it on a newer game would be really awesome, and I wish Nintendo would do something like that. Sadly, it doesn't look like that's the case for New Super Mario Bros. 2 Wii U. Other titles that were announced: Bayonetta, the sequel. I still have Bayonetta. Haven't played it yet. I'm sure it's interesting. I played the demo. Thought it was really confusing, but I ended up picking up dirt cheap for like 14 bucks. So maybe we'll see if it's good. I don't know. But Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U, if that's an exclusive, that's a huge pickup that Nintendo got. So that's kind of nice. Some of the other titles, Skylanders, whatever, not really interested in that. Scribblenauts, that'll be pretty neat. Epic Mickey 2, I'm more excited about the Epic Mickey 3DS game, which is coming out. That's going to be really cool, because it's basically Castle of Illusion, but redone. And what other titles were there? Monster Hunter 3, not really a big Monster Hunter fan. I know the series has its fans. I'm just not one of them. And that's pretty much, I mean, there were some other titles of Sonic and All-Stars Racing. I honestly was going to pick that up on 360. But, you know, for the Wii U, it sounds like it could be a good title. So there's a lot of titles that are coming out that are kind of... Nintendo Land looks fun, but I can see it getting old pretty quick. Once you've played the mini games, there's pretty much nothing else for you to do. I'm glad that they've included something Metroid themed, but I'm really bummed that we don't have a Metroid title announced, a Star Fox title announced, an F-Zero title. Where are these franchises? Nintendo just abandoned them. I mean, there's been no... Star Fox came out with Star Fox 64 3D on the 3DS. That's great. I mean, the 3DS is honestly more enticing with its games right now. We've got Luigi's Mansion 2 on the way. Code of Princess is launching next month, which I know that's Atlas, but still. You've got a lot of titles coming out for the 3DS that are really pretty exciting. I'm really excited to be a 3DS owner. But Nintendo, Wii U, I'm sorry, but I may have to pass on the launch. I'm not that excited. Until I see 5 games that are must-haves, and Nintendo Land is not. New Super Mario Bros. 2 Wii U, okay, I would probably pick that up. Tekken Tag 2, not interested, can't stand Tekken. I like the fact that they've included some Nintendo-themed things, but I think that, you know, whatever. So, I'm really not that excited. I'm excited for Super Smash Brothers Universe, or whatever the heck they're gonna call it. Super Mario Brothers, or Super Smash Brothers Wii U. I guess we could just call it right now. And that's really it. That's the only title that has been announced so far that I'm like, yes, I have to get this game. All the other games, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna pass. But the technology's there. I think the games are gonna be there in a short time. I'd like to see a couple color models come out, maybe a green, a purple, those type of models, maybe an orange. I really would like to see a little bit more of that. So honestly, even though I'm a huge Nintendo fan and I, you know, have owned all the systems for the most part, I'm gonna pass just like I did on the Wii. I'm gonna pass, I think, on the Wii U for now. Will it come out? Will there be more games? Absolutely. And will there be 5 games that I absolutely must have? Of course, it's Nintendo, without a doubt. But for launch, especially since everyone's gonna want this thing, I think I'm gonna wait for it to either go down in price ever so slightly, or just wait for some new games. So that is my little Wii U update. Thanks for watching. Check out the normal channel and subscribe if you'd like. Share with your friends, and tell me, what do you think about the Wii U launch information so far? Tell me in the comments. Do you think that, you know, what Nintendo is giving is substantial enough to warrant the price point that they're offering? Or do you think it's more, kind of my opinion, wait and see what happens? Are you excited about the system at all? Do you like the idea of what the system's going to be offering? Tell me in the comments below. And once again, thanks for watching.